is going on? We're back with another video. As you can tell by the title, you can see what this video is going to be about. Me being in the Ecoboost community for the past few years, I've learned a lot. I've made my own mistakes. I've learned from others' mistakes. And I've seen basically what goes on with everything: stock Ecoboost, modified Ecoboosts, general problems, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I feel like I should share this information with you, or at least give you advice, or give people advice that are either just getting into the Ecoboost platform or that are thinking about it in the near future. So that's basically what this video is going to be about. It's going to be me sharing a bunch of different little advice and tidbits about this platform that I've learned over the years. So let's say you are looking at getting an Ecoboost Mustang, whether that be new or used. You're looking into getting one. What should you expect? What should you look for? So let's say used. I'm very weary on buying a used Ecoboost just because of maintenance issues and whatnot, because we all know somebody that doesn't change their oil for God knows how many miles. You know, I've had friends that wait 15,000 miles to change their oil on conventional oil, and it makes me cry. And some people like that buy Ecoboost Mustangs, and it's hard to be sure if the person before you took care of the car. With all the little things that have come up with this car, like the fuel pressure sensor and little stuff like that, and just how touchy the car seems to be. The spark plugs too. Most people don't change spark plugs for 100,000 miles. These seem to be a little bit more harsh on the plugs. And you need to change them a little bit sooner. So I mean, most normal people aren't going to do the maintenance that someone like I would do, and that kind of has me weary on buying a used one. But if you want to buy a used one, all I can tell you is make sure the maintenance was upkept. See if you can get records, run the VIN number and all that stuff, and worst comes to worst, bring someone with you that knows what they're looking at, can look at the oil, can look at the plugs if you are allowed, and whatnot, and just kind of get an idea of like how the car is, and you know what kind of engine health you're dealing with. Now, if you're buying new, great. I bought my Ecoboost new for a steal, by the way. You can get these things for freaking cheap now. When I bought mine, I got it for I think $21,000 out the door, brand new. Sticker was like $28,000. Got a freaking deal. Drove 3 hours to Orlando, and it was a deal, man. And I've seen some of these new for like $19,000. Obviously base model. Mine's base model. Nothing crazy about it. But anyways, a couple things to think about when you're buying one. So you just got an Ecoboost Mustang. You want to know all about it. What I would recommend is, if you're on Facebook, to join the Facebook page, Ford Mustang Ecoboost, and to join basically any other Ecoboost related pages you can find. There's a lot of them, and not all of them are as big as the main one that I just stated, but there's a lot of good information on there. There's a lot of bad information, but a lot of good information. Join Mustang 6G, read on the Ecoboost forums, watch YouTube videos, and kind of just learn about the platform before you do anything. Just learn, because that's going to be a big thing. There's a lot to learn on any car, but you know, it's helpful to know what is going on in the community, what's up with the car, what's up with the platform. Are there any issues? Are there any things you need to get taken care of right this second? And just have knowledge of it if you want to be this in depth about it. If you don't care, then don't do any of that. What I always tell people: don't tune the car or modify the engine performance-wise unless you are willing to take the risk of having to pay for a new engine. This is with any platform, but since everyone wants to cry eco-boom on this platform, on Facebook and all that, don't tune or modify your car unless you have the means to fix it when it happens. And that means either build an engine yourself, buy an engine from a junkyard or from wherever and put it in, or have another company build an engine for you. Going back on EcoBoom, you're going to join these Facebook pages. You're going to join Mustang 6G and everyone's going to be crying eco boom, eco boom. You're going to see a bunch of posts of Ecoboost blowing up. It's not as common as it sounds or looks. Only people that have issues are the ones posting. And out of the God knows how many Ecoboosts that have been sold, there aren't that many that have blown up compared to the amount that have been sold. But you are going to see posts like this. You're going to see EcoBoom posts. You're going to see people saying stupid things like, if you put a big turbo on your car, it's going to blow up. I had to deal with that idiot the other day. But don't let it discourage you. It's not as common as it sounds. As long as you do the normal things, you should be all right. Now, there's never a guarantee. I do know people that theirs has blown up for no reason whatsoever, but that's cars. Stuff like that happens. If you're gonna modify your car, or past the don't modify it if you don't have the money or means to fix it. If you're gonna modify it, do the main things. I made videos about this before. Get a catch can, important. I recommend UPR dual valve. Intercooler, the stock one is garbage. Get something that is better, because if you live in a state like I do in Florida, it's freaking hot. It's 85 right now, and it's, what is it, April? And it's just gonna keep getting hotter. It's gonna get in the mid to upper 90s here in a month or two. You need an intercooler. The stock one's garbage. You need to keep your charge temps down, because that'll help prevent knock. And then spark plugs. I recommend changing them every 15,000 miles or so. That's what most tuners recommend, so I recommend the same thing. But if you have the means of reading plugs, pull the plugs out, look at them, check the gaps, re-gap them if necessary, put them back in if they're all good to go. I recommend the NGK 6510s. That's what I've been running for, God, how many miles are on my car? 70,579 miles. That's what I've been running for, 70,579 miles. So, to go along with all that stuff, maintenance, use a Gen 2 oil that is labeled API SN+. I think it's API or AP1. It's basically a oil that helps prevent LSPI. LSPI is low speed pre-ignition. I'm not going to explain all that. Just know it can make your engine blow up, and it's prominent in small turbocharged engines. Look up LSPI if you want to know what it's all about, but I'm not going to explain it. Know the limits of the engine if you're going to modify this car for performance reasons. Don't go expecting to make 600 horsepower in a stock engine. Not going to happen. It might happen, but not for very long. The general consensus is to stay safe, 400 wheel horsepower, 400 wheel torque. From what I've seen, talked to people, and heard, you want to keep the torque around 400 wheel torque, and no matter if you're making 450 wheel horsepower, you want to try to keep the torque down. I don't listen to that information because I just send it. So yeah, know the limits of the engine. Like I said, do your research, and you will find out what the accepted limits of the engine are and what you need to do to reach those limits. And don't cry if you push past those limits and you blow it up. Let's see what else. I got my list here. Oh, gas mileage. I see this a lot. My car, let me see. My car is averaging 18 right now. That's pretty good. I drive highway every day, so that's probably why. But it's an EcoBoost, economy, meant for economy. A lot of people get 35 miles per gallon or so in this car. A lot of people get 12. The reason is the person getting 35 drives like a sane person, probably on the highway, cruise control going 70 all the time, or whatever. The guy getting 12, which is usually me, rips it everywhere, sees 28 PSI on the daily, and sees red line probably about 20 times a day, if not more. So you're getting an economy car. Yes, it can get good gas mileage, but if you treat it, I don't want to say it like that, if you beat the living crap out of it, it's not going to get that 35 miles per gallon or whatever that it can possibly get. So don't complain about gas mileage. They can get good gas mileage. I'm sick of hearing people complaining about gas mileage when the post before that they were saying they were doing 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds and their car's kind kind of going back to something else we already talked about. If you want to make serious power in this platform, it's kind of it's been known and been accepted that you want to use a 2-liter block, 2.0 block, whether it's the ST block or the TS twin scroll block out of the Edge. I think it's the Edge Escape Infusion. Correct me if I'm wrong. But just want to throw that in there. Seen a lot of people blowing up built 2.3s. If you're gonna want to make a lot of power, build a 2-liter block. It's still going to be a 2.3 because you put in 2.3 internals. It's done by stroke. But yeah, do your research on that. It all comes back to research, realistically. But 2-liter block if you're trying to make some good power. And to wrap it up, there's been a lot of people that have pushed this platform from the get-go. I'm sure some of you guys have seen me, Diablo, Josh Parker of Parker Performance. He was pushing this platform before I even had my car. And he blew up a few engines, learned his lessons, and I even talked to him the other day. He said he misses that car, you know. He's got the RTR now, but he said he misses the car, and you know, it does suck, but people like him, people like Alexander Goodrun, people like Lund Racing, even, you know, all the big companies, UPR, like the people that came before us that pushed this platform when it first came out in 2014 and was first for sale. They built a lot of knowledge on the platform while they were testing it. You know, they didn't just get the cars and knew, oh yeah, we can make this much power, or it's gonna bend the rods at this much power. They did all this and they learned from it. They broke parts. They stayed up all night long working on their cars, all that kind of stuff. You know, went freaking like 11 months without their cars. They've learned a lot, and a lot of that information they've shared, and a lot of it's on YouTube, a lot of it's on Facebook, and it is a wealth of knowledge to basically just sit down and read whenever you have some off time, because it will help you immensely learning about this platform, what works, what doesn't work, and what you can do to be safe when modifying your car. Basically, like I said, it comes all down to research, and these people that come before us have helped me. They've helped a lot of other people learn about this platform and basically know what to do and what not to do. Their knowledge is a tool, and them sharing their knowledge about this platform is absolutely great. And you know, that's like something I try to do with this channel, because I've learned from them. I've also learned from my own mistakes. I've learned from what I've experienced, and I try to share it with you guys. So use all of this knowledge, the YouTube, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, to your advantage to learn about the platform. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to go on and rant a little bit about this, give my advice on where to start with the Ecoboost platform, where to learn and where to get knowledge from. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I'll see you next time.